have you heard about this technology that write once and run anywhere? How many of you heard this? Approximately everyone. Write once and run anywhere. This is the basic things that is being used in the Java.
With this versatility, efficiency and the portability, Java has become invaluable to developers by enabling them to write the software on one platform and run it on virtually any other platform. Write once and run anywhere. Create programs to run within a web browser and web services. You guys don't have understanding of web services. But let's say, okay,
it is a very good terminology. What is web services? It is a very basic and important pattern nowadays going into the industry. What is the web services? Have you seen this irctc.co.in? Okay, and how many of you have seen indianrailways.gov.in? Approximately everybody. You want to go for the seat reservation, you want to check for your PNR status, everything you want to have. Okay, now let's say that all the database is being maintained by Indian Railways. Indian Railways is having the database. Okay, now what they have done it, IRCTC is the official partner for the seat reservation, for the train availability, for your PNR status, and what are the basic facilities that Indian Railways can provide to its customer. Okay, now take this as a whole, and you have seen yatra.com, you have seen makemytrip.com, you have seen cleartrip.com, and there are so many websites that are actually being using your railways, going for train reservation and availability. Cleartrip is a different company, IRCTC is a different company, and your MakeMyTrip is a different company. But at a time they have a single database. How this is going to be achieved? How this is going to be achieved? Just go ahead, because this is a very important term. If you all are a software engineer, you just try to understand that why we require this. Because as a software engineer, you have to check the feasibility, you have to check the importance of that, instead of going for a coding, because coding is important, far important at your initial phase. But as you grow up, your career going to far than your fresher, then you will find that these kinds of activities you need to help it out, you need to sort it out, that how you are going to do it. What Indian Railways has done, Indian Railways has just created an APIs application programming interface. These APIs are being exposed as a web services. Everybody can use it. No, not everybody. These are the paid up services, exactly. So why we have required it? We have required it because, let's say I am going to have my own portal in the coming future years, then I am going to use these web services, so that in case a person is want to have a seat reservation or train availability or seat availability, then what I have to do, I have to just check into those APIs that whether the seat exists into a particular train in a particular date or not. So this is the thing. These are all being happened with the help of your web services, and these web services are just created in your Java. Again, it is having interoperability, you can say. The functionality is going to enhance, your functionality is going to be increased with a single API. It is called as multiple forms, polymorphism. Now, what the client demands? I said that clients are more dynamic in nature. You never expect that if you compare two websites, one is Vodafone and one is Airtel, highly competitive in nature. Vodafone and Airtel, giant competitors in the market. What they want, if Airtel has launched a new thing, they want their own guys to develop the same and get it launched as soon as possible. In this scenario, we have to have certain kind of architectures and frameworks, we have to have certain kinds of APIs, so that we can deliver the things fastly, reliably, secure, and of multiple use. The client demand is, you cannot stop the client demand even, and they want one work and one export for this. But here, if you are going to use it Java, you will having a one person with many expertise. So this is the use of Java. Easy to connect with the different projects. IRCTC,
with cleartrip.com, with your makemytrip.com. Projects must be reliable. All of you guys knows that IRCTC is a reliable project, and they are using it is quite versatile in nature also. Projects must be efficient. Its efficiency is getting reduced at the time of Tatkal tickets. many of you guys have seen it, but compare it. Let's say you are getting one hit, you are getting more than 700 hits per second at the same moment of time. Any server can going to be crashed, but still IRCTC has done a tremendous work. Projects must be 100% secure. 99% of the cases you must have seen that whenever you are going to make a payment from IRCTC payment gateway, many times it's not completed successfully, but you are getting your payment back. This is the thing, that is, it is 100% secure. You are satisfied that my money is safe. Changes can be done easily, anytime, any cost, anywhere you want to have a changes, you can do it. Painless upgradability of your projects. Client want that I want to get it upgraded to phase 2. Phase 2 is having a newer functionalities. We have a lot of things to get it delivered. So this is the all upgradability of your project. Cross-platform language integration. Again, I am coming on to the web services. Cross-platform language integration. Let's say that IRCTC has been developed in .NET. Make my trip as in C or anywhere you can take it. It is of different languages, and one is made from Visual Basic. But Java has the capability to integrate with .NET to Java to .NET to C, .NET to Visual Basic or any programming language you know. It is having the cross-independent functionality which cannot be seen in any other programming language. So this is the basic use. This is a very important role of your Java. Non-stop servers. Have you ever seen that a site is running today and it is being disabled tomorrow? For a time being, let's say 2 or 3 hours, it's having a downgrade because some part of the things are running, and we are upgrading the servers or we are doing it something else. Apart from that, is there anything you have seen that today the site is running and tomorrow it is going to be released? No. Now 101 reason to choose Java. Public domain APIs. I guess you will be quite comfortable if I am going to read it in front of you, that what are the different points, and in case if you don't understand a particular point, you can just ask me a question. You are feel free to ask me a certain kind of question at a certain moment of time. Java library is vast. You can use it for any kind of for any purpose. Let's say for different kind of portals, different kinds of functionalities for different horizons. If you guys go for the industry, you will have different verticals and the horizontals for this. 75% of enterprise software development has just being developed into the Java. Preferred platform for implementing web services. That is the basic use for cross independent functionality, where you have one is for IRCTC, other one is for Cleartrip or Make My Trip or any kind of websites you are saying. Superior platform for web development. The web development is very versatile and very fast in case of Java, and evidence of experienced practitioners. If you just go and look into the community of Java community into the web, you will find numerous persons are there, number of persons are there. They are going to have some more APIs that are more functional in nature, more powerful in nature, that can be used for the future purposes. So Java is having the experienced professionals, as well as it is a extendable library. You can extend it to anywhere. Supportive on open source communities. It is an open source project. You can use it. Proven security. If you want to go for a particular thing, the basic functionalities you want to include into your website, it is having no painful in nature, because already the APIs are there. You need to just get those APIs. You need to know that how you are going to use those APIs into your project, so that your functionality can be achieved. Multi-languages support. This is a very important task. Multi-languages support. You all guys knows English. All guys knows English.
Good. I know Hindi. I don't know English. मेरी अंग्रेजी में हाथ तंग है. Okay. So I want that this particular project to be delivered in Hindi. Many government sites are there that says that my end users are using don't know English. They know only Hindi. One of my project, I just understand there is one project. It is called as Madhya Pradesh Excise Department. The excise department, the guys knows that I want this project to be delivered in two languages. One is for English and one is for Hindi. So how you are going to do it? At the same moment of time, you are going to just check that this should be done in English, this should be done in Hindi. Like as you seen in your Google also. In your Google, in your Facebook, that it is having a French, or it is having German, Bangla, Hindi, English, Angrezi, jo marzi aapko le lo. This all the things are being there. So what you are going to use, this is the basically use of Java. Just supporting almost all languages that you can implement with no cost. You need to just change the internationalization, that is called a term, internationalization in Java. You need to just change it and then you are done.
Smaller runtime download. How much time do you require to install a Java in your system? A very small time. Which one? No lizard brain. No lizard brain.
As I told you that you want to have a certain functionality, like you need to compare two things. You need to compare two things. It is a very small example which I am telling it to you. So you need to compare two things. What you need to do, you need to either you can go ahead with your APIs. You need to develop on your APIs. That first this thing, then second this thing. Now you are going to compare it. Then you are going to get the result. Then you are going to print the result. And in the case of Java, the APIs are built. What you need to do, you need to pass two values, and it is automatically going to convert it with the lot of features, that how much it is shorter than, how much it is longer than, how much vice versa, XYZ. So you do not need to put your brain into that, into just achieving that particular functionality. Don't require any kind of brain. Just you need to understand the functionality, how this can be achieved. Everything is ready in Java.
No mandatory upgrade fees. It is free. More vendor choices. Everybody, 75% of the client demands that we need to have Java. Industrial strength collection classes. It is a very strong API in Java, java.util interface. It is having a lot of collections, and that to be used, that is basically being used in the different projects, into a bigger, from smaller to bigger projects. We have the collection interfaces. That will come later on when we are going to start this activity. Future proof. As you said, the project which has been developed in 2000 or 2001, in the era of 1990s, that is still being used today if you are going to upgrade your JRE. Larger talent pool, highly competition, highly market demand, everything we have. More contributions from the researchers. Researchers are continuously going on to this particular Java in enhancing the feature, in getting the features, that how we are going to upgrade this thing, how we are going to add this thing into the existing projects or into the existing libraries. US government approved. No evil type coercion. More mature, robust mapping. Superior coding tools, like having your own personal Java fairy dancing through your code, anticipating your every thought and keystone. Whatever you want, you can implement in your Java. Same coding convention. I don't know what's worse, Hungarian notation or .NET coding convention. It is a very simple coding conventions. All the APIs, almost all the APIs that the client is client is demanding right now these days are already there. You need to just understand how you are going to use it. Pure Java RDBMS. You are going to integrate this Java with any other kind of backend system. Let's say you have Oracle, you have MS SQL, you have SQL Server, you have any kind of DB2, any kind of database vendor you have. You can easily integrate it with those. Apart from that, you have heard about that there is one Java.
many of you guys knows this architecture that the project is going to interact with your database. But have you heard about that? Let's say if I'm going to remove this particular field GB and we are going to have a middleware technologies, that is middleware is going to interact with the third party external application. Or let's say I have given you a very good example of IRCTC with the yatra.com or makemytrip.com. So in that case we have a end system, we have in the end we have a database, but in the middle we have so many kinds of APIs that are interacting with each other. So these kinds of things happen in Java. More exception handling option. At a particular moment of time, let's say you are having exception in your code, then how you are going to identify it? At each and every level, wherever you want, you can do it for exception handling, so that you can be more precise that where your code is getting devastated. Robust parser generators, aspect oriented. What is aspect oriented? My aspect is that I want the functionality must be quite interactive with the user, with the end user. That is the aspect which I am having it. So this is the aspect oriented programming language which we can use it. Distributed caching, lightweight persistent, it is very light. It is an open community process. Hardware accelerators, you can accelerate your hardwares. More flexible licensing options, embedded devices like your smart cards, your Blu-ray devices, everything is going to use the Java. Faster virtual machines, your mobile phones, your application servers. Microkernel architecture is very small. We have the Java APIs architecture. We have numerous things into our JRE environment which we can use it. Continuous build, we can use it. We can go it for upgradability, and the researchers are doing the same. Whole program optimization, you can optimize your program as long as you need. Comprehensive RDMS driver support, we have n number of drivers which we are using it, and we are going to use it. Superior code analysis tool. At a certain moment of time you want to get that how much code is your effective, and the client is actually demanding right now these days how much your code is effective. They want the quality code, they want the quality delivery from the project team. So we have a certain kind of architectures, we have a certain kinds of frameworks already present into the market, where we can actually analyze the code, that is it the thing which is going to deliver the requirement or not. Or let's say at a certain moment of time your project is getting very much fine for another 2 or 3 days, but let's say after 3 or 4 days your project is going to be scrapped. It is your website is not working fine and your server is not working properly. You are getting n number of garbage collections, garbage in your code. So these are all the things which we are already present into the market. We need to analyze those codes into it. Networking support. Very important task, networking support. You can use your Java web development onto the web browser, and can be used by anybody across the country. More garbage collection options, reliability concerns, better web services interoperability, better domain specific languages support. Let's say we have a telecom domain, we have a shopping domain, we have finance domain, we have HR domain, we have any kind of domain, etc., etc. Painless upgradability, simple side-by-side execution. You have a very powerful compilers and interpreters over here. More business rules engines and lightweight containers. Better business process management. You can use your business project as well as whatever you want. 64-bit supports millions of Java force garbage collect classes. More alternative and many more, which you have not even think it of. So this is all about Java. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask to me, because this is the basic session which we have taken it to with you, and I have told you that what is the industry pattern and why the client, why the customer is demanding for Java. If you have any questions, you are feel free to ask me. Over to you. Anybody? Yeah.
So in more or less terms, we find .NET platform and the Java is more or similar to each other. What's the basic difference, that the advantage the Java is giving to a developer than the .NET?
The first advantage which I have already told to you. Let's say in the 1990s we have our project. We have developed one project for XYZ company. Okay. At that time .NET was 1.1. Now at a moment of time we have .NET 7.5. or 10.0, whatever, we have the upgraded functionality and we want to get it upgraded to onto this particular server. Now the newer advantage, the newer version is not going to support the older version. The first drawback, and which is a very difficult situation for a customer to go ahead. And in case of Java, whatever the versions you have used at the time of 1990s, and it's the same time if you want to get it installed a newer version on your code, you can use it.
So in .NET we find the
Version.
We find versions.
Yeah.
That's also support the newer projects to handle the older ones.
Now the fixed packs are coming. To support those kinds of features. You need to enter the fixed pack. But in the case here, we do not require any kind of fixed pack. There is only one thing, that is a JRE. You have just installed it, you can use it. Any more?
Sir, you said that the util package, which was one of the most important packages used in the industry.
Which one?
The util package.
Util package, yes.
So, we being freshers,
Uh-huh.
are we required to know more about the util package than any other package, or if we put in more effort to study the util package rather than any other package, so would it benefit us in getting jobs for Java?
See, firstly, your approach should be you need to understand Java, then to get a job. Because once you are understanding the pattern of Java, the use of Java, automatically job will come to you. Okay? Now, coming on to your point, the java.util package. Java.util package is as equivalent to java.lang package. It is having their own advantages, it is having their own disadvantages, it is having of their own use. In case if I am going to use it for a practical term, we have a banking software. Okay, in the banking software we have a list of investors, depositors. Okay, person is going to go to the bank, just go to deposit some money, or at a period of time is going to withdraw it. Okay, now I want a list of customers who is doing the same pattern. How we are going to use it technically? For this particular purpose, we have a java.util package. In this, we have different kinds of classes and maps, like we can use the hash maps, we can use the hash tables as well. Now, hash map and hash table is having its own use, its own advantages and disadvantages. Whenever we will come on to this point, you will get to know that what is the actual advantages of using a map, and at which places we need to use the maps, and at which place we need to use the array list or vectors or anything whatever you are having in your java.util package. Okay? Anything more? Hey, come up with your questions. At that time when I was sitting at your place, I have a couple of questions in my mind. I just keep on asking. Yeah.
So some people used to say that event handling in Java programming language is much complex task than the doing event handling in the .NET platform.
What kind of event handling you are?
So all like coding behind the buttons.
Have you heard about the frameworks? Which kind of framework you have heard it of?
So, are you saying about IDE?
No, frameworks like have you heard about struts, springs? That is coming into the market, is more valuable in demand. Everybody wants to have, every company requiring those kinds of resources who's expert in this struts and springs. It, no, not at all. This comes under advanced Java. इस Java में क्या होता है कि we have a certain pattern that is called as MVC, model, view and character. How many of you heard about this MVC? Great. Model, view, connector. What are the things you are looking on your website? Whatever the things you are looking onto your website, the buttons, the images, the information, the text, anything, radio button, check boxes, anything what you are looking at over here, you are looking over. That is a view. Now, What you want that particular button. Let's say if I am going to save the customer information and I am going to click the save button, this will be handled by this person model. And who is going to integrate these two? This thing. So now coming to your question, that you are saying that it is very very difficult event handling in case of Java, but I'll say that this is the most easiest part in the Java that has made the Java more useful in nature by the industry, by the customer, by the end user. एग्जैक्टली होता है, बट उसके साथ में फिर आपके साथ और बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही है. मेमोरी मैनेजमेंट, लाइक राइट वंस रन एनीवेयर. अगर आपको विंडोज का चाहिए, ठीक है, कल को आपका कस्टमर कहे कि हमें नहीं, हमें AIX चाहिए, देन व्हाट विल यू डू? You need to have a certain kinds of frameworks so that you can easily migrate to any other kind of tools.
जावा के लिए भी तो हम JVM हमें हर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम में चाहिए होते हैं.
Exactly.
उसी तरीके से सर हम जो और जैसे विंडोज के लिए वो है आपका जो
JRE.
उसको हम लाइनक्स के लिए भी बनाया हुआ है मोनो करके, तो वो यूज कर सकते हैं. तो दोनों में से सब सेम चीज़ है. तो फिर कोई ऐसी चीज़ जो जावा की तरफ और सिर्फ अभी तक जो समझ में आता है वो ये समझ में आता है कि मार्केट की वजह से हम जावा प्रेफर करते हैं, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द लाइक आपने बोला कि बैंक साइट्स हैं, ये सब चीज़ें